Please work. Hi, GITV. Bob the X-Man Hildebrand here, along with Frank Chu, head of our purchasing department, on September 29, 2015. Now, in case some of you are not aware, we actually asked some questions on our Facebook, the Book of the Face, earlier this week, seeing if you guys had any questions for the Echo One staff, which we would happily answer for you guys. Now, we actually had, we took the questions and we forwarded them to Brian at Echo One, and here are two of the most popular questions that we got. Seems like the stream is not going, but hopefully you guys are hearing this. So, first question for Echo One was, what are some of your new products? Well, the answer from Brian at Echo One is, if you want to know about more of our new products coming out, follow us on our Instagram and Facebook. Echo One leaks pictures all the time, and they also actually do that to test the waters for new products. So good work, Frank. So, if you want to be part of the design process for new products that Echo One may have coming out, join the family. Follow them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram. They're very active. And they also work with firearm companies. They actually just released the Knights SR16 series, and they're soon to release updated Troy Rifle Series AEGs, or excuse me, airsoft guns. And they're looking to make more modern and standard rifles to match their firearm series, at least Troy is. New Timberwolf pistols should be out next week as well. And the list goes on. And they work with a lot of different firearm companies, but you just have to keep following along with their Instagram and their Facebook if you want to be a part of the design process, or if you just want to know more. So hit them up on both their Instagram and their Facebook. Now, the second most popular question for the Echo One guys was, did you guys upgrade the internals, and how long is your warranty? Now, once again from Brian at Echo One, yes, they upgrade their internals using Mad Bull hop-up bucking and other key parts like 8mm steel bearings and other parts, saving you time and money instead of doing that yourself. Now, the great thing about that from their perspective is that it saves you money, obviously, and it also saves you time from having to tech them, so you can spend more time out in the airsoft field. The Echo One warranty is listed as 30 days, but as long as the rifle is not tampered with or upgraded, they'll honor the warranty. Depending on the case, the longest one that they honored the warranty on was 13 months.
13 months.
13 months.
Wow.
That's pretty awesome.
That's strong.
So yeah, just be honest with them and tell them what's going on. And a lot of the folks over there are players too, especially Brian and Echo One. I keep saying Brian and Echo One because that's also his Instagram and Facebook tag. They really want you to have fun, genuinely. So, a lot of them are actually airsofters, and that's their goal. So, hit them up, follow them up, and ask them questions when and if you can. So that's going to be our Echo One questions for this week. If you guys have any other specific questions that you think of throughout the week, hit us up on Facebook. We're actually going to be working more on Twitter and Facebook in the following weeks to post some questions or actually ask you guys, the community, for stuff you would like us to answer on our live shows. Now, we do have Frank here.
Hi.
Hi.
It's been a while.
It has been a long time. We've actually just started putting in more videos showing off customs he's building.
I don't know how to conduct myself on video anymore.
Well, keep it clean and family friendly, Frank.
Yeah.
Oh man. So you've got a lot of new products to at least talk to us about, and I'm definitely going to tell you guys about some stuff coming up. Such our BB Wars Episode 3 Counterattack event this weekend, sponsored by Classic Army at the brand new Code Red Airsoft Park 2.0 in Paris, California. Now, actually, some new information dropped about that game, which well, I'll tell you in a second. If you haven't signed up yet, you're going to want to be at this one, because apparently the Airsoft GI, the CEO of Airsoft GI, will, I guess, be fighting for the Imperials.
Ooh.
And it's not incredibly often we get a Walter Chang to come out and play. However, he's a very active player, which I know Frank can attest to.
Oh yeah, he's sneaky.
He is very sneaky, and he's very aggressive.
At first, you'll think he's just sitting there eating his bowl of noodles, and then, next thing you know, you're getting shot by him.
That's very true. That's very true.
Very careful.
That's very true.
Even when you're on the same team, you gotta be careful.
Speaking from experience, Frank?
Yeah.
Actually, before we get into new products, I want to mention we actually have a mystery box dropping. I believe it's Thursday on October 1st at noon. It is the Friend or Foe mystery patch package. You'll have a chance to get actually gift cards. It's great because these mystery patch packages, they're only $5. Essentially, it's the price a patch anyway, and it's called the Friend or Foe Mystery Patch Package because in that patch you're going to have the Empire Foe and the Rebellion Friend patches in there in great quantity. So if you guys haven't, if you don't have a patch yet to show off your faction you fight for, it's a great opportunity to get it. or have a chance at a $1,000 gift card.
What happens if you're a rebel and you get an Imperial patch?
Well, that's called getting a target. So you put that up on the wall and you shoot that until it's gone, and then you buy a rebel patch.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a good one.
That's what I do at home.
All right.
All right, so I'll go over some more promos in a second, but Frank's got some new stuff here to talk to us about. Don't you, Frank?
I do.
All right, well, show us.
So we have here our modify mid caps and a modify high cap. Now these are the new XTC polymer J mags. Okay, so the high cap version, right there. You see this big old thing right here? This is actually the winding mechanism. So you flip that, and you wind the mag up here.
That's interesting.
So standard 300 round capacity. These mags actually retail for $28. You can be like, wow, that's an expensive mag. But guess what? It actually comes with a little LED light. So if you want tracers, you can actually insert this into the mag by taking the arm off, sliding this up, and it clips on right over here. So it'll actually flash, or it'll actually stay on to charge your
That's cool.
babies.
I might just pick that one up myself.
Yeah.
Because I mean, for those of you who don't know, tracer units are both awesome and can be a bit expensive compared to this option, which for $30 is really affordable. So yeah, I might get one of those or two. Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. They also come. The mid caps come in either box sets, and for right now, they only sell the tan version as a single. So the single is going to be $15. The box set of 5 mags is going to be $65, black or tan.
That's interesting because we actually had someone just ask, where can I find a good tan mid cap? Maxwell Games was asking this. These are on our site currently, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so
or they will be soon.
Okay, if they're not on there currently, they will be very soon, i.e. in the next day or two. So if you are looking for a good tan mid cap, check this out. We also obviously have many other options for you. This is from Adam Gilbert. Bob, do you have any 40K tattoos? Sadly, I do not. However, the head of our tech department, Aaron Moore, has a prodigious amount of 40K tattoos, mainly from the Chaos God Nurgle, because that is the army he plays, unfortunately for him. That being said, let me go over, before we go to more new products, BB Wars events. I just saw someone asking about stuff for the East Coast. We've actually got a BB Wars event for the East Coast. We're going to drop more than likely very early tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled on airsoftgi.com and our social media, because this is going to be the big one. You might say this might be the final one for the year. So check it out, because it's at one of the premier fields on the East Coast. You will not want to miss out on this. I'm really excited. I'll be there to fight and lead my Rebel troopers. We also have a BB War event coming up November 8th. That's Sunday in Sanger, Texas at D14 Airsoft. That's, I believe, BB Wars Battlefront Flashpoint. It's going to be a great game at D14 Airsoft. If you've never played that field, you're going to want to go. In addition to that, we also still have going on our $4.95 flat rate shipping. And for orders over $60, you're going to get a GI gift card back. So think about that. You're going to get $4.95 flat rate shipping. I believe that's in the lower 48 states.
Yep.
So you're going to save money on shipping anyway. And if you just get your order up to $60 and over, you're going to get a GI gift card, which is essentially money back in the order you're making. So if you're spending like $50, $55, you might as well kick in that extra $5, get on that friend or foe mystery patch package, and get that order to $60 so you can get that GI gift card and get some money back. So you're essentially saving money by doing that, even though you're spending a tiny bit extra. Now, the GMG42 just went online, so if you're looking for the MG42 style gun for Airsoft, that is an option. It is not the most affordable gun, but it is one of the most realistic MG42s on the market from G&G, and it is awesome. Would you not agree?
I would agree. Full-heartedly.
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 I don't think that's in Webster's dictionary.
I don't care.
Quietly judging. Right. We also recently added to the website Smart Balance Wheel self-balancing scooters. Now
these are fun.
They are very fun. Now the only caveat to that is I have a bad sense of balance. I always fall off any sort of skateboard I get on. So I was a little worried about getting on them at first. Once you get to play around a little bit, they're actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it took me all about 10 minutes or so.
Took you 10 minutes, probably take me a little bit longer, but they're really interesting. So check them out on airsoftgi.com. They've been all over like Instagram, and all these different YouTube celebrities are using these like crazy. I see people
They're a lot of fun.
They are a lot of fun, but some people are using them like go down like sidewalks and like busy thoroughfares or whatnot.
That's what I did actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I started out from Kevin's office, cruised to my office, cruised out the door, around the parking lot, up front to the sidewalk, back down, back into the office, back out, and the other direction.
Pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Nice.
Almost. I actually tested the speed on them. You can get them pretty fast, but yeah.
Have you ever
Just
seen?
be safe.
Yeah, be
Be
safe.
safe.
Have you ever seen Wally?
Yes.
It's like I feel like that self-balancing scooter is like part of the way onto like where Wally is, like where everyone's in those chairs. moving around.
man, they got all fat.
Yeah. Well, it's like anything you can walk to, you just make 2 steps, get on the scooter, and like go wherever you're going.
Yeah, that would be nice, huh?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it would be entertaining. I always wanted to get on a Segway too. Also, brand new custom guns are dropping almost, it seems like every day on our website. So if you're looking for a custom gun, make sure to check those out. And we actually have 2 customs here to show you today. Why don't you grab one of those, Frank, if you wouldn't mind? Looks like we have the. Well, actually, I'll wait till Frank gets them on here. Whew. Tucker Melton, your shout out is approved. And thank you for, it's a nice hat. Do you remember which one this is?
This one should be the Hellbringer.
All right, the Airsoft GI Custom SR25 Hellbringer. And boy, does this look aggressive. Well played, Tech Department, if you guys are watching this. This looks awesome. So obviously you can see the setup as sort of a DMR platform. It's obviously got an optic, but let me read through some of the things that are on this right off the back as I hold it like this. This is so cool. First of all, we got the GI 13-inch G4 M-Lock rail that's right here. You also have a 3-pack of rail sections for this. They're already included on here. One on the left, one on the right, and one on the bottom holding the bipod on. We also have a Javelin 16-inch outer barrel and ASG barrel extension. It's this guy right here, which looks really cool. I like the gray accent with this gun. What?
Outer barrel is right here.
Oh, yeah, well played.
Just to make sure.
Yeah, it's a 16-inch outer barrel. We also have an NC Star precision grade bipod, an NC Star 1.1 to 4 by 25 scope. Now that's basically 1.1 magnification to 4 magnification, and 25 millimeters the objective diameter. Now that's really good. That's actually the magnification I would want for airsoft anyway, because you're really not going to need anything above 4. I mean, you're going to be outclassed by the range you can actually achieve. So this is actually, I would say, almost a perfect scope for this rifle. In addition to that, we have a Lancer Tactical flat top scope mount. That's this guy up here, which is pretty awesome. Oh, sorry, it's a scope mount. It's attached to this additional rail segment on top. We also have an MFT Battlelink utility stock, which looks awesome on this gun. It also makes it look a little futuristic, which I really like. Now, in addition to that, we have a G&G 400-round GR25 high-capacity mag, a Lonex A1 motor, a Lonex Tappet Plate version 2, a GI PE Palm polycarbonate piston, Mad Bull version 2 inner barrel, 509 millimeters in length, Magpul PTS M-Bus backup sights, which I really like, Mad Bull DD low profile gas block, a NC Star scope ready 45-inch gun bag, blue bucking, and a Magpul MFT Engage pistol grip. That's interesting. I've actually never felt this pistol grip personally until now. This is really very comfortable, actually.
You like it?
Yeah, I like the grooves on the fingers. That's actually really comfortable, especially for a DMR platform. So that's nice. What do you think about this gun, Frank?
I think it looks awesome. I mean, the stock, failed to mention, it actually has an adjustable cheek riser on it.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to throw that in.
Well, I was just going over what it was, not the features it
You
had.
got to go over the features.
Well, we have limited time, Frank.
Okay. So
We'll go over the
check this out on
features.
the side.
Aren't you going to go over the features?
You already went over the features.
I did not go over the
You
features.
did not. What do you mean you didn't go on?
Go over the features, Frank.
All right. So the M-Lock rail is actually a rail that I actually helped commission to make, and they are spec'd out for real M-Lock parts.
Humble brag.
Humble brag.
I mean, not really humble at all, but yeah.
It's humble enough.
Okay.
Now this is a DMR setup, so it is semi-only. It is built off of the G&G GR25.
Mhm.
So internal parts.
I already went all over the parts.
Okay, so what do I need to go over?
Well, you were complaining about not going over the features
I
on
went
the
over
stock.
the one feature too.
Just the cheek riser? That's all you got?
Yes, that's all I got.
Oh, jeez. There's also sling mounts on the rear of the receiver on the left side, which is nice.
Sling mounts on the rail. Right here,
you know,
on both
that's
sides.
quick detach sling mounts up there. Now, I believe the MSRP for this gun is going to be $1,292.14. So $1,292.14. So it should be going up on our
Only
Wait, why are there two
No,
MSRPs on here?
It's so okay. So the way this works is that if you were to buy all this stuff on our
That
website,
makes sense.
if you were to buy
Okay.
all this stuff right here, if you just click, add to cart like you're supposed to,
It's going to
gonna
cost
cost you that much.
it's going to cost almost $1,300.
Yeah.
However, because our techs put it together for you,
Yeah.
and we obviously buy these parts in bulk, which saves money.
Mhm.
It's going to cost you $950. So that's a price drop of pretty much $350. So even though $950 is probably going to be out of a lot of your guys' discounts.
Discounts.
Yes,
Discounted
discounts.
down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, for a lot of you, this might be out of your price range. However, if you are looking for a custom and you want to get one and you want a DMR style, this is going to save you money in the long run than doing it yourself. Right, Frank?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
God bless America. Do you have any other thoughts on this gun before we move on to the next custom?
Buy it and buy it now.
Actually, that's a good point because a lot of people, especially off our lone survivor guns, are like, "Oh, well, I wanted it and I can't find it now." That's because when our customs go online, there's no telling when it could sell. It could sell right that second. It could sell in 5 minutes. It could sell in an hour. It could sell in a day or two. So if you know you want it and you can make the credit available and get it, I would suggest doing it as soon as possible. And if it's a custom that you, even though it went on sale and it's out, if you really, really want that specific build, hit up our customer service line. They have a direct line to our tech department, and I'm sure Frank can speak from experience here. Is that if you tell our techs,
might be able to convince the techs to build another one.
yes, but if you at least tell them what you want, they can make it happen.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's the important point. Now, if you're looking for the exact build that was done with this, that's what Frank is saying, is like it might not happen based on parts available, but they can get you close into that realm. So
yeah, one thing about our industry and other industries is if you kind of see something you like, my recommendation to everybody, and this is what I personally do, is I'll either buy it. Because sometimes if you wait, they only the company might only make one run of a specific product. In this case, whoever built this might only build one of these and call it a day. Why? There's two reasons why. Number one, it takes some time to build. Number two, whoever buys this particular airsoft gun might be the only one that gets this variation from us. That's one thing that I've always kind of done in the past with some of the more expensive airsoft guns that we built.
That's a good point. Well, why don't we get the next custom on here, and I'm actually going to answer some questions really quick. Shane Scott, your shout out is approved. Someone's watching from Italy. That is totally awesome, and thank you for watching. Also, Thumpy Covey is here, so make sure to check out Thumpy's 3D House of Airsoft, a great site for airsoft news. This is actually a good question that I'm glad you're here for, Frank. How hard is it to upgrade the Echo Inspector or GAT?
That one might be a better question for Aaron. I believe they pull apart pretty easily. Once you get inside the actual airsoft gun, you can get to the gearbox. Upgrading it is not going to be hard at all. Every airsoft gun basically is the same internally. Just might look different.
Yeah, I know Aaron has actually already done some modifications to one of the Echo 1 GATs we have here. I really like the Echo 1 GAT. It's a great gun for CQB.
I think it's awesome. I had all kind of video ideas. Some of them didn't pan out because they're a little bit
racy.
They're a bit racy.
You got to wear clothes, Frank. You got to wear clothes.
No.
Rook Z, watching from Denmark. Thank you for watching from Denmark. That's awesome. I have a friend who's actually on a call with some folks from Denmark right now. Let's see. Casey Reese, your shout out is approved. Phoenix City Airsoft, when are you guys going to fly us to Cali to be on Team GI? I actually think hopefully I'll be able to fly to you guys next to be on Team Phoenix Teddy Airsoft because we had a great duel and it was awesome. Watching from New Zealand, highly acceptable. That's JSM 00. If you get a chance, since you're from New Zealand, head on Facebook and follow the guys at BL Tech. I believe they're based out of New Zealand as well, and they've got some cool airsoft products you might want to be aware about since you're on the same island. Let's see. Hey, Bob, what do you recommend for a starting spring sniper rifle? I'm going to throw this to Frank as well, but I would recommend the JG Bar 10. It's a great gun we've used in a lot of different airsoft gameplay videos, including Scouts versus Knives, or Scouts Knives.
Yeah, that's actually the best base that we actually build off of. So the guns like the G700F that gets all the parts and stuff. The Bar 10s are fully compatible with all the aftermarket parts out there for the VSR 10s. So It's an awesome platform to build off of. The cylinders are actually plated brass instead of aluminum, so they're going to last a lot longer. And they're the plated brass cylinders are actually pinned in the back, so you can put harder springs in there without the cylinder falling apart. Trigger box is made out of metal, and again, just the part support, the aftermarket part support is unmatched.
Yeah, so like Frank said, a lot of positives on starting out with the JG Bar 10 if you're getting into sniping with the Spring Sniper Rifle. Jake Todd, your shout out is approved, and thank you for the kind words. Brandon Lee, your shout out is likewise approved, as well as Bio Madness Airsoft shout out, which is approved, and Garuda Wolf shout out, which is also approved. All right, let's go to more comments as well. Actually, why don't we get that other custom out here?
Ready to go right here.
Oh, excellent. Now, this is, I believe, the Airsoft GI Custom M4 Eradicator. Great name. Cool looking gun. This is awesome. This is so cool. So, Frank, why don't you go over the parts that are on this guy?
Okay, so this one has a Mad Bull 13-inch VTAC rail. This is licensed by Troy. Lancer Tactical Mini Red Dot Scope right here.
It's got a riser, which is really nice.
Yeah, especially if you like wear face masks and stuff like
There's
that.
actually a red
and
green dot. Yeah,
red
that's nice.
Green. Okay, Bravo Airsoft Tactical Scout Light.
Yeah, that's this guy right here.
Locate that. There you go.
Pretty awesome.
It's bright.
It is bright, which is nice. Deal with it.
In my eyes. A Manta rail cover, a micro switch pocket holder. So it's
a rail cover and it holds your pressure pad. I actually use these on my LM4s. They're great, and the Marine Corps also uses them on their IARs because they work on real firearms because they're used to dealing with a lot of heat.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Okay. Mad Bull Airsoft Lantac Dragon Flash Hider.
That would be this guy right here. That looks pretty aggressive, actually. Yeah. That's nice. Keep going, Frank.
Magpul USA CTR stock.
God bless America.
All right. And this one does have the sling mount there.
Ah, yes. Dual sling.
Just point that out.
Sling mounts on the left and right side on the rear of the receiver. Mm-hmm. That's nice.
This particular gun will come with a PTS 150 round EPM magazine.
Nice.
Mad Bull, again, the Mad Bull MFT Engage pistol grip, but in flat dark earth.
Mm-hmm. That's comfy.
Lonex A1 motor, Lonex tappet plate for the version 2. A Mad Bull 363 millimeter inner barrel. That's a 6.04, I believe.
Nice.
Airsoft GI POM polycarbonate piston. And actually, both of these Airsoft guns will come with gun bags. The custom guns do come with gun bags. Lonex cylinder, Mad Bull blue bucking, and it's got a front and rear flip-up sight.
From JG. Yep. Awesome. Now this, if you were supposed to buy these parts all by themselves and put it together, it's going to cost you just under $890. However, again, because our tech department puts it together for you, it is only going to cost $725. Now, again, I know that might be bigger budgets than most of you out there have available. However, if you are looking if you are looking for a custom and can save up for it or make credit available, you are going to save money in the long term and get a badass custom from our world-class tech department. So
I thought we weren't supposed to cuss.
I said badass. Okay, well, it's on the Geneva Convention line of cussing, Frank. I gave Frank a quick talk. I was like, hey, watch what you say, Frank, because it's live.
I have to be on good behavior.
Yes, you do. All right, so you can find this on our website very soon. Is this up already?
These are, I think Kevin is taking pictures of them.
Well, hopefully I already took pictures of this one because it's in my hands right now. So, but yeah, no, these should be up on our website shortly if they aren't already. And again, we're putting up customs almost on the daily.
This is just 2 of the many I saw down there.
Yes. Yeah, he has a lot of stuff to take pictures of. Brett Little, your shout out is approved. Someone's watching from Michigan. That is highly acceptable. There's some Graham Trentham, please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Can you tell us about the Crytac? What specifically in which Crytac? Get back to us and we'll go into that in more depth. Can you recommend a good platform gun by Echo One? I don't mind M4s. The Echo One Platinum series is a great platform. In fact, it's what a lot of our customs are built off of. Frank, you can probably go into more detail on what a good M4 platform from Echo One will be.
Yeah, if you're capable of spending a little bit more, the Echo One Platinums are really nice platforms. They are OEM by VFC, so basically all the internal parts out there that are available will work on that particular airsoft gun.
Awesome. Kai Zhao, I dare you to buy it right now. Dared. Okay.
He's gonna buy that right now.
Yes, he will. Shoot. I just saw something and now I can't find
What
it.
did you see?
Someone's saying, oh, from Christopher Laffan or Lafon, please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Can my mom get a shout out? Susan. Susan, your shout out is wholeheartedly approved. All right. What is the bottom rail on my G&G CM16 Mod 0? Frank?
What is the bottom rail?
I don't fully understand that question
That
either.
question is that a trick question?
Confusing. Although he did put exclamation marks next to the question mark, so I think he really wants to know.
What is it? It would be a rail piece, right? A rail, so you can attach accessories.
I'm confused. Maybe clarify the question a bit, and we will try our best to answer. But yeah, we're both kind of stumped right now. Someone's asking me to sign their baby. I actually generally don't sign babies. I appreciate you asking, although I think you're joking. I've signed a few weird things in the past few years.
Body parts.
Well, some gentleman.
Gentleman, we don't want to.
Well, he's like 16 years old. He had me sign his face, and then right behind him was Mongo from Team Therapist, 6'5", big guy,
man.
and he saw me sign the kid's face. Mongo came up and was like, "Bob, you signed my belly button." Like the thing is, I was like, "All right, Mongo, it's been a long day. I don't care." And I started signing around his belly button, and like the thing is, he had his shirt up, and he was like staring me in the eyes the whole time. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, do it. Thanks." It's just he's such a funny guy that not going to take him seriously. Airborne Action, your shout out is approved. Phoenix City Airsoft, I'll try and hit you up on Facebook when I have some spare time. We're really busy this week, but I will do my best.
Best SWAT style sidearm.
Good question from Shattered Systems 1989.
Well, they're the Elite Force 1911s, the CO2s.
Yeah, those are darn good guns.
Those are really good guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or this gun right here.
Frank's got a custom pistol. He's been dying to show you guys, so now is the opportunity. We might as well bring it out.
You guys see this?
Yes. Before he goes into that, AKM4 Airsofter, your shout out is approved. All right, so he's got a Zev Technologies case. What could possibly be inside of that? If you guys are at all familiar with Zev Tech, they're great makers of custom pistols as well as accessories. And here we have, what is the name of this gun?
This is the Airsoft GI Zev Tech Customs CC17.
Awesome. Now, I haven't had a chance to shoot this personally. You've had a chance to put a few rounds through this just to make sure it functions properly with our standards. You can see the Zev markings on the magwell, the extended magwell. From USA Hunting, shout out, and do you shoot real guns? USA Hunting, great name, by the way. I'm a hunter myself, and your shout out is approved. And yes, both Frank and I do shoot real firearms.
You actually see me shooting firearms on our Uncut.
Yeah, go to GITV Uncut. You can see Frank walking through some pistol stages. From Thumpy, yes, custom F2 sidearms for the win. Correct. Go on. We'll talk about it. Tell them.
Okay, so this is the Echo One Zev custom trilobite upper for the WE 17s. I'll just say a WeTech frame, just to be safe. So because the slide was actually made for WeTech, we actually did use a WeTech lower. Right? So now this isn't an airsoft gun that I took and I slapped the slide on, onto the lower frame and called it a day and tried to call it custom. No, we actually, the WEs can be a bit finicky, as we all know. So we actually have to go in and actually do some kind of tuning and stuff on the internal parts to actually get it to
a bit more reliable, perhaps.
Yeah, a bit more reliable, shoot a lot better, and just actually shoot sometimes. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, but I actually went through this pistol inside and out and made sure everything is tip-top shape. We went into the hop-up unit because we actually did see that it could have used a lot of work. So we actually tuned the hop-up unit to fly far and straight. A lot of other enhancements are all stuff that I actually did to my firearm. For a while, I was actually shooting a open Glock 17. So what that is it's starts off as a Glock 17, has a scope mount, has a dot, has a compensator. It's built for speed and accuracy. Some of the modifications I did to that, like the grip stippling and actually the trigger work, I've actually done similar things to my 17, my open gun that I shoot in matches. So one of the major things is, if you guys notice, that trigger didn't move. It didn't creep forward when I just cocked it right now, and the trigger brake is right there. Okay, so I basically tuned all the take up out of this. So every time pistol resets, the trigger is going to stop right there, and it's pretty much right where the trigger breaks. So what that means is faster follow-up shots in the competition world. Double taps, follow-up shots, being fast and accurate is number one.
That can be a difference between success or second place, and in the airsoft world, the difference between like surviving and not.
Yeah. Yeah, leaving the field the first half of the game or the second half of the game. Okay.
Actually, can you turn around, because I think the Zev logo looks a lot cooler on the other side. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Well played.
Okay. So the grip stippling, outside of like grip tape, which a lot of people like using, I actually like to stipple it. Why? Because when I actually do the stippling job, I'll actually reduce it and shape the grip to where it feels comfortable in my hands. Now, that's my hands, but you know, I pretty much know how well the gun needs to shoot. The forward stippling right here is when you're gripping the gun, you actually have, you know, a solid kind of point of contact where your thumb can actually support the airsoft gun. The magwell, this is actually a Glockworks magwell made for a Glock that I actually was able to fit onto this WeTech frame.
All right. Well, how much is it going to go for on airsoftgi.com?
This airsoft gun will go for $4.99.
$4.99. Now, I've actually bought a few custom pistols in the past, and I've had a lot of experience with them. And it is actually kind of rare that you see custom pistols on the airsoft market. There aren't a whole lot of them, and generally they're kind of race guns.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to see like a slightly more tactical application for a custom pistol. So that's available on airsoftgi.com and available right now. And a lot of work was put into it by Frank. So if you know you want it, I would suggest jumping on it as soon as airsoftly possible.
This is the only one I'm building.
Okay, so that'll probably be the only one Frank's building, unless we gall him into it, right, Frank?
Yeah. Maybe.
But he has done a lot of work on that trigger, and that's the thing that's probably my favorite piece about it. Besides the Zev logo, the trigger is awesome. All right.
It will come with this case.
Well, I would hope so. Aaron Williams, your shout-out is approved, as is Flip City South shout-out, which is also approved, and Tarzan's shout-out, which is approved. Elliot Ruoff, hi Bob, I'll be at the Virginia event. What do you think about me coming in a Punisher costume with dual-wheel Punisher pistols? They're Elite Force CO2 1911 pistols with the Punisher compensators. I think that's dope, awesome, and you should totally do it and sign up on the Rebels Immediamente.
Shoot Bob with it.
No, don't do that, because you'll be on my team, hopefully.
Yes, I want to see it.
No, don't do that. When the tickets for that open up, which will more than likely be tomorrow, I highly suggest getting your tickets Immediamente, because that'd be really cool to see a Punisher out there. All right, also, Mr. Muncherman, who is almost always on the show, your shout-out is, of course, approved. Let's see if there are any other good questions.
Kidding.
What?
Nothing.
That's a spirit. Okay, so let's try and find a few more questions before, not approved, before we end the show. How long have you been working with Airsoft GI? It's about, for me, 6 years now, I think. What about you, Frank?
10.
10 years, about a decade. Not about a decade, actually a decade. Ooh, interesting question. Do you recommend buying from a military surplus store? Frank?
Buying what?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, for me, before I was even aware that airsoft stores from the U.S., I didn't have another option than going to a military surplus store. And in all honesty, like, things are overpriced there for the quality you get generally. I mean, if you're getting like faded camo or like used boots or old boots, they can be somewhat affordable, but you really get what you pay for. And over the years, like, stuff has gotten so much more affordable in the airsoft industry. You're going to save money by buying from us at airsoftgi.com. If you have absolutely no other options and you need camo and you have no other options, by all means go there, but you're going to save money and have a lot better experience with the products you get on airsoftgi.com.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, you'll tend to get more knowledge out of an airsoft specific store to support your airsoft hobby.
Indeed.
Now, like Bob said, if you're talking about uniforms, camo, certain pieces of gear that we might not necessarily have because they just don't make it new anymore, then yes, a military surplus store is actually a pretty good resource. What's this?
Okay, let's see. Stephen C., what do you do with Tim versus Bob now with no Bob? Well, I'm actually Bob, so I'm still here. It's actually with no Tim. However, Tim actually is over at Chris USA, the folks behind the Crytek series. However, our Tim versus Bob series actually transitioned into the BB War series where the storyline continues. And whether Tim may or may not show up is... well, up in the air. However, our BB War series is continuing, and the war is going on until the end of the year. We are going to have a final battle at the end of the year on the East Coast, which will hopefully be dropping tomorrow. Echo One related. Do you guys carry any GAT mags?
We do have them on the site. Now they go fast, so whether or not we have them now, Bob, can you check? Is there
oh yeah, let me see. Let's take a look if they're on there right now. Yeah, I would want. I mean, I actually have been having a good time playing with the Echo One just with one mag, but don't they come two in the box? Yeah, I've actually never run through. I've never run through one high cap mag. Shoot. But that's also because it was a really small course. So.
What happened?
Well, I typed in GAT and mag.
They will be on the site shortly.
Okay, so we should be getting more up on the site very soon. It looks like we may have run out of them just for now, but I believe we do have more coming in. Okay, so just about 10 minutes left on the show. Is a Classic Army Scar L a good gun, Frank?
The VFC is better.
Ooh, harsh words from Frank. Bob, you need to re-sign Teddy's face. It's faded. I will work on that next time I get in town, and I will use a permanent marker this time. Best way to upgrade the KWA RM4. Again, Frank.
The RM4. Ooh, I haven't messed with one of those yet.
Unacceptable, Frank. If you're looking for upgrade ideas for the RM4, you can actually always call our customer service line, again, because they have a direct line to the tech department. Also, good choice in that gun. I love the RM4s. They are a lot of fun. So, yeah, Frank, if you see any questions you want to jump in on, feel free to jump in.
They're moving by so fast.
I know. They go by so quick, and I just hit my hat. Thought on a Mandalorian loadout for Airsoft. What gun would you use? That's a very good question. Maybe a Sten gun. I think just having like the Mandalorian armor would be enough that it wouldn't matter what gun you use. I think a shotgun would actually look really cool with that loadout, even though it isn't, obviously what he used in the movie.
You would have to almost make your own.
Yeah, but there's Mandalorian armor available on the market from Galactic. So, let's see. Ross Fadale or Fadale, please, again, forgive me if I've mispronounced your name again. Ross, your shout-out is approved. In your opinion, what's the best budget M4 in the airsoft industry? Well, I think Frank is the best position to answer this question, actually.
Right now, with KWA's new pricing on the KM4s, you're not going to get a better M4 on the market. You're just not going to see it.
Well, I mean, that price is pretty stunning because, like, until
$199, Bob.
No, that's what I mean. It's a stunning price because until recently they were like just under $300. It's a full metal M4 from KWA.
Yeah. It is their KM4 full metal. It's their no. You're not going to find it better.
I was shocked. I mean, to reiterate, because I've said this on past live shows, that I was actually shocked and disappointed they said they're discontinuing their CQR line because those are great guns designed for CQB.
Yeah,
and but they're doing it for a reason.
They charge you $10 more for a full metal.
Yeah, so for $10 more on top of what you pay for a CQR, you're going to get a full metal body M4 from KWA. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
awesome. So my disappointment immediately went away when they told me that. What if Kevin Spacey can do BB Wars? I would totally be down. That's one of my favorite actors in the whole world, and I love House of Cards. You seen American Beauty, House of Cards, any of that?
American Beauty.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey. Actually, my congressman from my district in
Mm.
Bakersfield is the guy who trained Kevin Spacey for that show.
Really?
You haven't seen House of Cards, have you?
No.
That's a great show. Bob, will there be more BB Wars next year? It is planned that there shall be. The campaign shall continue.
Oh, really?
Well, that's what I've been told,
Oh.
and those are the leaked intelligence files I've discovered from Imperial High Command. So hopefully,
You know, if Walter is actually playing, I might make like a 5-minute appearance on the field just to shoot him and leave.
I would appreciate if you could just show up and do that. That'd be great.
Yeah, you won't even know what happens.
I mean, maybe just run him to him with a bunch of thunder bees. You know,
just hug him and pull all the
like,
pins.
surprise! Yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's see. Is it possible to work at Airsoft Jive? If so, how do you get hired? Well, you can actually email hr@airsoftjive.com or jobs. at airsoftjive.com. I would suggest jobs at airsoftjive.com.
Let us know what you can do. Make sure
Let us know what you can do. Yeah. I mean, obviously, a resume would be important, and your experience.
We might have you cleaning toilets.
Oh, well, that would be an interesting job. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's see. Good question. Longest range sniper rifle. I mean, that's a tough one to answer because we've seen some different ones over the years. Longest one I've seen in person was the custom HPA build, the Polar Star build that Aaron Mora built, the head of our tech department.
The one you sent out to Irene?
Yeah, it was sent out to Irene, and that was hitting people at unheard of ranges for me. God, it was just so, I mean, people were so confident we were out of range, they would wave at us and laugh.
Didn't Predator Josh have fun with that?
Dude, no, that's what I mean. Like, there was the first time I was relegated to position of a spotter where I was actually effective because I had binoculars. I was like, that jackass is waving at us. Put one in the dome, Josh. Yeah, like people would wave, and then he would just put him down from so far away, and like literally, like he couldn't see certain things. So I'd call him out and direct him, like, all right, see the pillar?
Yeah.
All right, 2 feet to the right, one thing above. See
Nice.
see the saw? He's like, yeah, his head's right behind that. Shoot it. So it was really effective. So. I mean, it depends. I mean, I've seen the most range I've seen on a sniper rifle build has been with an HPA setup and a wide bore barrel because it creates a cushion of air around it that prevents BB wobble from the barrel. So that's my suggestion. What about you, Frank?
That exact same airsoft gun is probably the only one I've seen in person achieve some of the hits that a lot of people claim they're possible of getting.
Someone was asking about the vest behind us. I actually was just, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I was
Are
just.
they the same?
What?
Are they the same?
Yeah, those are two of the same vests. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Gosh, I had it. Oh yes, that is the Condor Gunner lightweight plate carrier.
$99.95.
However, the OD and tan versions are $67.25. So yeah, I would suggest those because those are more affordable, and we also have them in black for that same price. Excuse me. Those two vests are actually going to be in the upcoming board and online game Z Year 1, zombie game which you can play as either the survivors or the infected. Let's see here. Do I believe in unicorns? Yes, a unicorn stabbed my old boss at a Hunger Game. It was pretty impressive, actually. What is your favorite place to play Airsoft from Flip City South? Good question. I want to hear Frank's answer in a second. I'm going to give you two favorite places. Right now, probably GamePod on the West Coast and Balahack Airsoft on the East Coast. Both those fields offer a lot of unique stuff. What? You were going, what?
Yeah, because I haven't played at any of those fields.
That's embarrassing. Well, what's your favorite field that you have actually played at?
Zipper Factory.
That can't be your favorite. It doesn't even exist anymore, and we make fun of that place.
No.
That's your favorite field?
That was my favorite. I don't think I've ever had more fun.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't argue with that. Shout out to Battle Cat Sports in South Carolina. Your shout out is approved. Do we have a store in Fort Hood? We do not have a store in Fort Hood currently. However, we do have a store in Dallas, Texas, which you should totally go by and visit and say hi to David, the store manager, who's also from my hometown of Bakersfield, which is awesome.
Wait, he's from Bakersfield?
He is. Isn't that awesome?
Oh my God.
Yeah, or West Texas, as we also like to call it. Unfortunately, geographically located in California. Let's see. Actually, we are almost over time. Let's see if there are any other questions. Bob, is there going to be a BB Wars at Game Pod next year? I'm going to be on your Rebel team. Thank you for pre-signing up my Rebel team. There's actually BB Wars coming up at the end of October, October 24th, BB Wars Battlefront Zombies. You will not want to miss out. It was scary enough last year that I peed my pants a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
It was like 3 drops. Okay, it's on the video. You see me with my brand new Tokyo Marui shotgun. Thank you for scoring that for me. You're looking out. They came in and I told Frank I wanted one, and he like put one to the side. He's like, "I got your back, Bob." Anyway, I slam fired that at a zombie, and it was on 6-shot instead of 3-shot, and I ran out of ammo halfway through it. And the thing is, the zombie, he'd taken like 2 shots and went down, and then he like looked up and he's like, "You're out of BBs."
And wait, the zombie talked?
Well, he did. Well, I mean, we both realized it at the same time. But here's the thing: is like I had the light on him, and I realized at the same time he said it, and I was like, like turned around, screamed like a girl, and ran. And that's when 3 drops of pee came out, and a kid standing on top of a car with an MP5K just emptied a mag into him and saved my ass. And he's like, "Man, I saved Bob the X-Man." I was like, "Yeah, you really did." You really did. So those games are a lot of fun. If you can make it, I would highly suggest it, just because it's so unique and it's a great AO for zombie games in particular, and it's very scary.
That's a good question.
Which one?
What is a good way to get into Airsoft?
What's a good way to get into Airsoft from Zach Everhart? This will probably be the last question we do today.
It's an important one.
Yeah, well, Frank, why don't you start off since you picked the question?
Okay. The best way is to buy a KWA M4. No, but check out our the YouTube channel Airsoft GI. We actually have a lot of information on there.
They're on the YouTube channel right now.
Well, but they're watching the live show, Bob. They didn't go searching through all the little folders, looking at all the goodies that we have in there. But yeah, there's a lot of information about the airsoft guns themselves, the gameplay, different game scenarios, ways to maintain your airsoft gun. What else?
Well, all right. Then I'm just going to jump in here with what I think. Then, if you want, I would suggest like starting out with a more affordable gun.
Well, I'm actually starting from the very beginning because I mean,
just knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, know what you're getting yourself into. Know your local laws. You know, figure out what you want to buy.
That is always important.
Yeah, you see if you can get a bunch of your friends into the hobby too, because you know, obviously it's all about having fun. Yeah, but I mean, go down to a local store. If not, go onto our online store. Pick out an airsoft gun that you can afford. Pick out some safety gear.
Eye protection.
Eye protection, number one. Batteries, magazines, BBs, and get out and play. Now, there are some more affordable options that will give you battery and a charger already, along with a magazine. So there's different ways that you can get into Airsoft. And just find a field, find a local group of Airsoft players, and go out and play.
Yeah, and also if you have local fields around you that do have rentals and you're unsure, if you want to spend the money, you know, you can go down there, rent a gun, play for the day, and see if Airsoft is really for you. And I dare say, if you go down and play, and you know you want to have an activity that gives you a lot of exercise, gets you out, and you actually meet a lot of new people, you're probably going to want to play more and get yourself set up with a gun, eye protection, extra mags, and all that. So try all those different ways. Make sure to peruse through our YouTube channel and check out those local fields and see if you can get your friends into it as well. I think that's a great way to do it. So, and that's going to end our live show for today. We're a little bit over time. Thanks for showing up, Frank. I'm Bob the X-Man Hildebrand. I don't think you actually meant for me to high-five it. I'm Bob the X-Man Hildebrand. This is Frank Chu of the Purchasing Department, and this has been the GITV Live Show. Thanks for stopping in, guys.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.